everyone. Welcome into Comic Book Women. Hi, JTK. You're always the first one in. Welcome, welcome. All right. Tonight, the girls and I have a really cool show. We are going to be talking all about Loki because we know the new season's coming out. Everybody's chatting about them. So we want to get some books that we think you may have seen and maybe some that you haven't. Before we get started, thank you to Cover Price. They are sponsors, so all the information that we dig up comes directly from their site. So make sure that you give them some love. And shout out to Bird City Comics. Tomorrow we have A Haunted Girl coming out. And then I don't know if you guys know, but there are 6 distillery exclusives, 6 total, for their new title called Gone by Jacques. And we got 2 of them.
Nice.
We got the Jacques and the Christian Ward, and that's all I can really say, but those will both be launching. We'll be showing the images on Thursday, and I believe they launch on Friday. So a lot coming up with Bird City, so stay tuned for that. All right. I was messing up pronouncing so bad on the Lord show. If you guys haven't subbed the Lords, please do. I just came off of that one, so I don't know. I was just messing up my words really bad. Home of the Frost Giants. How would you pronounce it? Hold on. I'm not going to look it up.
Is it the Bifrost?
No, that's what they use to get places.
Jotunheim. Jotunheim. Jotunheim? Jotunheim?
Jotunheim.
Jotunheim. The Frost Giants sound German, huh? Jotunheim.
They're Norwegian, aren't they? It's like all Norse gods.
Oh, it's because I said Bjorn Berens in the show.
Oh.
It's Bjorn, but I said Bjorn. Yeah. Thank you to Namesh, our other sponsor, and probably honestly, the best supporter of the show. We appreciate it so much. And you should be following Namesh because he's been posting pictures of a wedding he's been at. And I've been kind of living vicariously through you. Thank you for being here. All right, let's just dive right in. So Loki, my first exposure to Loki was not through the comic books, unfortunately. It was through the movies. I had a thing for Tom Hiddleston for a while now. I think he's super sexy. Say what you want. Some people are like, really? But he's cute. I don't know. He
has an interesting spectrum.
I do have an interesting spectrum. It's like Loki to Jason Momoa. It's like Loki to Aquaman. Yeah. You can sprinkle a Thor and a Captain America in there. And Iron Man.
You collect them all. That's,
That's true. Actually, my spectrum's not that big. It's just like Marvel. Well, and Aquaman. Oh, and Henry Cavill. So Marvel and DC.
There you go.
I'd do them, says TiVo. Yeah. Thank you. We're on the same page. Jen, what was your first exposure? Comics.
Comics, but I didn't really care for Loki until 2011, Tom Hiddleston, and then found him intriguing. And then I found it interesting. I was just watching, Disney has those behind the scenes. So they had behind the scenes for the Loki series for Disney Plus. And before the TV series, he was on screen for 10 years under 2 hours as Loki.
Wow. So it's just propelled him into superstardom. That's cool. That's very cool. Yeah. Ellie watched the behind the scenes too. That's why I was nodding. Cause I walked out there. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, you're such a dork. And she's like, I love the behind the scenes. I swear you and her are the same person.
I love the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I love blooper reels. I love behind the scenes. Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited about Loki. My first experience was through the movies too. And I was watching actually, they did a little vignette of about season 2, and they were saying that basically, they were gonna off Loki. But because of all this, all the, everyone loves him, that's why he's been continuously through the MCU, which I thought was really cool. And my favorite clip is when he went to San Diego Comic-Con and he shouts his name, like, say my name. And they're like, Loki. And I was like, that is amazing. If any actor can do that.
I'm going to do that the next con I go to.
Right.
I'm going to walk in and be like, say my name. Maybe somebody will be like, security. He auditioned for Thor. Is that true?
Yeah, he did both roles.
Wow. I don't see him as Thor. Sorry, I don't.
No.
They even gave him a blonde wig.
No.
It's his eyes. He looks the mischievous type. He looks like he could have a darker side to him. This is perfect for him. Yeah. All right. So let's jump into character slides. Guys, if you're new to us, we do this for most of our characters or writers or whoever we're covering this week, just to give you some background information if you're not that familiar. So Jen, Want to cover name?
Yes. I can't pronounce his last name.
Oh, sorry. Loki Leifson. Apparently, I can't say it either, Jen. So we're in the same boat.
That sounds good. I like that.
Leifson.
Yeah. AKA God of Mischief, and sometimes people say lies. What do you guys think? That is he trying to rebrand into the God of Stories?
I think that there could be a little bit of room for him with rebranding, just because, again, like what Sarah was saying, there is a lot of there's a lot of people, there's an audience for him. And so if they could keep expanding him out, his base out, yeah, hell, why not? Sarah, powers and abilities.
Yeah. So his powers and abilities are, he's a half frost giant. Well, he is full frost giant. Asgardian physiology, godlike strength, durability, etc. Near immortality and healing, sorcery, which includes illusions, telekinesis, transmutation, shapeshifting, and etc. And all speak genius, IQ, and combat skill. That's funny that I almost screwed up genius.
You said genius wrong. Like, way to go, genius. You know, it's interesting because I posted on Instagram today. I was sitting there like, working sort of, and I was asking people like what power they would want if they could pick between, I put a few, like, you know, strength, flight, invisibility. I think I put time travel and then mind reading. And everybody was so bummed that I didn't put telekinesis. Apparently that's a popular one. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, just like move things around all day?
Yeah, it'd be like, what's the Mary Poppins? No, not Mary Poppins. What's the thing that makes all the
Mary Poppins?
No, King Arthur, where you can like clean all the stuff without having to actually do it.
Yeah, but I mean, if you have time travel, you could just like move things. Then by the time you go back, it looks like it got moved. I don't know. I was surprised that so many people, like, I got these DMs. They're like, you didn't include telekinesis. I'm like, telekinesis?
What? You're getting DMs about telekinesis?
I got, well, like not like mad ones, but just like people like, you didn't include. Yeah, Jen, you would probably pick flight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you can have durability because of wind stuff and birds and meteors and planes.
Yeah, that's true. Well, anyway, Sarah got me thinking about it. All right, the stats here. Intelligence is a 5, which that's surprising to me that he's only a medium to high. Yes, Jen?
So this isn't us. This is the 2018 to 2019 Upper Deck Marvel Annual. So we take all of our stats from the trading cards. Now, I will say that Loki's powers have changed since, I think the first power card was like in the 90s, 91, 93. And then the newest one was 2019 to 2020 Upper Deck. So these are not ours. This is right Upper Deck.
Okay. Durability, 6. Strength, medium to high, again at 5. Energy projections a 6. And speed is medium to low. There you go.
That's weird.
These are our numbers.
Out of a
7. All right, let's dive in. Let's do it. So we always start the show with basically the first. So Jen, you want to talk about these two?
So this is Journey into Mystery 85 from 1962 on the left. And on the right, it's this second appearance, which is Journey to Mystery 88 from 1963.
All right. Now, this is kind of an easy one. I think all of us, if you have the opportunity to go for the first appearance, you take it. But what's interesting about this is the price difference between the two. For a good copy of Journey into Mystery, you have $1,700 for the most common raw. For Journey into Mystery on the right side, we got $425 for a very good. So definitely a large gap there between the first and second appearances. And a lot of instances, I think people go for the second just because they can't afford the first, which makes sense. But hot damn, I want that first. Does anybody own it?
Right?
Sarah?
Tag us, please.
I'm guessing people in the chat do. TiVo, if you're still out there, you probably own this. I would assume he does. But yeah, there's your first. That's kind of what we're kicking off with, guys. Definitely try to get a hold of that first one if you can. The value is there, and the love for the character, as we've mentioned a couple times tonight, is definitely growing. Next up, what do we got?
We've Journeyed into Mystery 91, which is the third appearance from 63, and then Avengers #1 from also 63, which he's like the main villain in that.
This is trickier. Sarah, would you go for the third appearance on the left, or would you go for a #1 of the Avengers?
Oh, that's hard. I think
I can't answer. I've seen
I mean, I know this is a Loki show, but I think I'd have to go with, the right.
Okay. Where you at, chat? Left or right? You guys vote too. I'm curious.
Right?
Avengers. Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Well, what's happening to Thor here? He's being smashed or something.
And why is Loki's head just floating in space?
He's thinking about something. I don't know. Yeah, they're all with you though. They're saying right all day. They'd all go right. Hey, Audie went left. We got one lefter.
Interesting.
Let's see. Audie, you are very, very wrong, my friend. We're looking at an 8.0 for $695, whereas for the Avengers, a 3.0 is $2,700.
Jeez.
Definitely more. Oh, Rudy went left too. They're both like, damn it. Definitely more value on the right. So well done, Sarah.
Thank you.
All right, this one's an interesting slide. I'm gonna let Jen start talking about it, then we'll add in.
Okay, so the one on the left is Strange Tales number 6 from 1963. It's an Australian reprint because the first time in Australia. It's from Horowitz Publishing, and the cover artist is Bramley Ray. What's interesting is that he kind of took the first page of the first appearance and then mixed it with the second appearance of 88 to give you this hodgepodge.
Like a mishmash, yeah. A mashup. We'll call it a
but
mashup.
I really liked it. Thanks, Britt helped me because I found the comic and I couldn't figure out. We knew it had to be English speaking language, but I couldn't figure out. And then she figured out it was Australian. So
damn, Britt. Guys, Britt is our behind the scenes graphic designer / deep diving into research person. So well done, Britt.
And we make a really good couple. That's why it's so fun.
I know, you guys are so cute.
And then I can't say the middle name. Can you?
What is it? Is it German?
I think it's German. It's from 1974.
Is it an R or an A? The first letter. It's either Rocker. I think it's an R, right? I don't know.
We think it's German, right?
Sounds German. I say that for everything, though.
From 1974, and it's obviously Avengers number 1. The color scheme on Loki is interesting.
Oh, it's like purple and yellow. Interesting. Yeah. Why?
I was gonna say it kind of looks like the other one on the left. There's still that, but the green's in the wrong spot. You're right.
And then Titans 96 from 1987 is French. And it looks like it's the comic that Storm gets the hammer.
Yeah, that's badass. Les Nouveaux Mutants. That's cool. I really like that one. All 3 of these are insanely neat. We couldn't find any pricing, guys, because they're that obscure. If any of you happen to find one or can track something down, feel free to DM the channel and we'll bring it up on the next show. But here's...
What's your favorite?
The Titans for me.
Yeah, me too.
Really?
Yeah, it's really cool.
Both Britt and I like the Strange Tales a lot.
Because you guys have that beautiful story behind it, how you researched together while you were picnicking under a waterfall.
Right. Laura and I have no story. We have no story.
Yeah, we have no attachment to Strange Tales. Die Rocker. Equals the Avengers.
Thank you, Paul.
That's very helpful. All right. So that one, we don't have a lot of financial stats, which is something cool for all of you foreign collectors. Moving on. What do we have next?
We have Loki number 1 from 2004 on the left, and then Loki number 1 from 2010 on the right. Early first solos.
I am going with I do love the one on the right, but I think I'm going to go with the one on the left.
I would have been shocked if you said right. I really would have. Knowing you and knowing your style, what you like to read and what you like to collect cover-wise, I think that the left has more of an impact.
Yeah.
The chat's a little bit torn here. We have one left. We have one right. It's tricky because sometimes the better cover isn't necessarily the better price or the more expensive price. Assad Ribic is so dope. Couldn't agree with you more. Let's see. We got $4 raw for the left, and on the right, we're looking at $9.
But look at the graded, even though it's older.
And the one on the left's on a declining trend, which means that maybe there hasn't been one popping up, whereas the other one's on an upward trend. I think everything Loki is right now. So an 8.0 had $30, and then the 9.8, 170, but both of these have asterisks next to them. So it's definitely hard to judge here. The right does have a jester look. I agree with you. We got a lot of lefts. It looks like left took the win on that one, which again, not surprised.
Which is interesting too, because I haven't really seen like Loki kind of like in a power position, and this is something that I've never seen before on the left. So
yeah, I dig it. I like it. We are moving. We are just cruising right along. All right. Up next, what do we got?
So on the left, it's Siege Loki from 2010. This is the Marco. How do you say his last name? Dvorkovich.
That was perfect. Yeah.
That's great. This is it's the gray tones one. There's one that isn't gray tones, it's just normal. So I couldn't tell if this is a ratio or an exceed a certain order or something else to get this one. And then on the right, it's Lucy's pick. Lucy, I feel like I might have gotten her sick through the internet or texting.
I don't think it works that way. I don't think you can get her sick.
No, but she's sick now. I was sick last week.
Don't give it to us.
I know.
Yeah, right. We're not interested. So we got Vote Loki. This is number 1. I'm guessing she picked this just because she finds it. I think Lucy kind of always has a little bit of a sense of humor with her picks, and she probably just thought it was funny that he's like campaigning. And
this is the 1 for 25 by Valerio Shatai.
Yeah. Isn't there another one where he's like wearing, it's like a campaign poster for this series?
That's the normal number 1.
I actually like that better. I wish they would have reversed it and made this the regular cover. Yeah, and made the campaign image the 1 in 25. Everybody is going left. Jerkovich. You gave her a computer virus. Okay, so let's see here. It comes down to $2 on the left, guys. Everybody assumed that would be the more expensive one, with the exception of a couple voted right. Tony went right. $2 raw if you want to get a hold of the Siege Loki, and 36 roughly, but that's for a 9.8. So again, the data is a little bit, That actually, if you ask me, that makes them pretty equal. It's about $30 or something slabbed anyway.
Cool.
Okay. Whose are these?
The right-hand side is
Taking gas. Yeah. I actually own the one on the left too. I don't own the one on the right, but the one on the right is my pick. This is Loki, Agent of Asgard. This is number 3. This came out April 2014. Obviously, the cover is done by Jenny Frison. What's cool is she's also did 1, 2, 3, and 4 of this series. So if you are a Jenny Frison head like myself and Laura, those are the books to look out for. So that's
You don't have one?
No.
I might. I'll look for you. I might. Well, I know I have one, but I might have a duplicate. And if I do, I'll send it to you. The Doctor Strange on the left, that's a minor key. You want to tell us that, Jen?
It's bats. It's Doctor Strange's dog.
Yeah.
And then for a tiny bit, did Loki become Sorcerer Supreme for a tiny bit?
When? At what point?
I don't know. I have a weird, vague recollection.
The chat will tell us.
This is Doctor Strange 381 from 2017. It's a Mike Del Mundo cover. I love bats, by the way, and I'm really excited for future stories of him.
And like normally I would go Frison just because it's Frison, but because of the fact that it's a minor key, I think I would go left. I like how Tony put left like a question. Left? Not how the game works, Tony. Good to know, Sarah, that all these came out. That's really good.
Yeah. I'm going with my pick.
All right, Sarah's sticking with Frison. Justin, what's up? Okay, so let's keep on going. Let's see. We got $3 for the Frison on the left, and a very fine going for $5. We're on the left it's $8. On the right it's $5. So again, these are comparable. It's hard to say which one would go for more.
That's crazy. I picked up that Doctor Strange for $1.
Well, you can definitely find these in back issue bins, especially the Frizzen stuff. I think that one. What year did that come out?
The Frizzen is 2014.
Okay.
I have not seen that one in back issue bins, but
yeah, that's the thing, Shadow Vision. Sometimes the cooler cover isn't necessarily more expensive. It's just the way it works. But it's kind of fun, to kind of guess. All right, next up, these I believe, Jen, these are your picks.
Well, okay. Technically, I was just going to do the one on the left, which is Strange and Mystery 622 second print, right?
Okay.
I just thought it was really cool. And I was like, oh, there's 2 photo covers that he's on. Dang it. So the other one is Thor, Marvel's Thor Ragnarok Prelude, issue number 4 from 2017. I just think the one on the left would be really cool to have signed in like a gold pen or like a green metallic pen.
It doesn't even look like a photo to me. That looks like a painting. Doesn't it?
Yes. Yeah, it looks spot on.
So Jen, you would, if you had to pick between these, you would still go left though, right?
Yeah.
It's interesting because nobody used to give a shit about photo variants. And now I'm seeing them pop up more and more, especially like not just for the signings, but when you see certain actors playing certain things and that whole fan base just comes in. I don't know. It's interesting. Sarah, what would you go with, left or right?
I'm going to go with the right because Thor Ragnarok is such a popular movie amongst all the Thor movies. So I'm going to go with right.
Well, you and Rudy are on a boat by yourselves over there on the right side. Let's see. Okay, pretty definitive winner here. We got $18 for a near mint on the left, with the most common slabbed 9.8 going for $680. It's insane, and it's on an upward trend. On the right, you're looking at a fine or a raw near mint for $12. So, yeah, definitely look around and try to find that. It does look like a painting. I don't know. When you first put this, I'm like, that's a photo?
Well, when he first played Loki, he was like 29 years old.
Little baby.
I like the way he just stares. Like you can just stares at you in that picture. It's kind of haunting or mesmerizing.
Mesmerizing. Let's go with mesmerizing.
Yeah.
Mesmerizing. All right, moving on. Now, Jen and I debated a little bit when we were trying to figure out which ones I wanted to put up as mine. And this one she put up and she's like, do you want to do the snakes? And I didn't. I did not know it was Copiel.
Yes.
I didn't know that. And now like looking at it, I'm like, oh, damn it. Because I love his work, but go ahead.
So this is Loki, Agent of Asgard, number 3 from 2014. And how do you say his name again?
It's Olivier Copiel.
I like him a lot.
I like him too. He does some good stuff.
And then on the right, Britt really liked it. That's Britt's pick. It's Loki number 2 from 2019. She just likes that he's messing with Iron Man's helmet and putting horns on it.
That is cute, Britt. That's very cute. Sarah, which one would you go with?
Yeah, I like the right too, but I think I'm gonna go with the left. I think it just looks interesting.
You wouldn't have thought it was Copiel, would you? Like no. When I think of his, I think of more of like almost like a softer watercolor type feel when I look at his art. It didn't strike me as his, and I was doing the slides. I'm like, oh damn it. But yes,
now you know, right?
Now I know. Learn something new every day. Absolutely. All right, so on the left side, we're looking at $50 for a near mint raw, and on the right, only $4. So if you think that one's funny or cute, you can go pick that up for less than a coffee, and it's yours. And I do like it. It has the joy behind the character represented really well, and the mischievousness. So, all right, next up, whose are these, Jen?
It's Sarah and Lucy.
Yeah, I'm on the left. So this is again Loki number 2. This is the second printing. This was September of 2019. I love this because when I saw this, it was the shirt that got me. I love the shirt.
Lucy needs to make those, don't you think? She makes shirts anyways.
Right. I'm surprised nobody's like caught on to it. I hope Lucy makes a ton of the shirts. But yeah, I just love that it says low key, like duh, like hello. So that's why I picked it.
And on the right
is Lucy's pick for Loki number 2, the regular cover from 2023. It's the Dustin. Is it Dustin Nguyen? How do you say it? Nguyen or Nguyen?
Nguyen.
Nguyen.
Don't use the G, yeah. Yeah, it kind of has it reminds me of like Momoko. I know it's not Momoko, but I think Momoko could have done that cover and it would have been kind of the same vibe. Yeah, everybody's a little bit torn. We're getting lefts, we're getting right. I think the left is awesome. If I could just like, if I can find that shirt, Lucy, when you watch this on the after show, make me a little crop top of that and I'll wear it. I'd love it.
We have to add like the
cap sleeves.
Yes.
Green cap sleeves, white tee. Yeah. Yes. I think that's so cool. I even like the way he's sitting.
Right?
And you can own it for $38 for a near mint. So the left takes the win on this one with the right going for only $4. So well done, Sarah. You won the battle against Lucy.
That's right.
All right. Woo-hoo! So now these are my picks. Again, if you guys watch the show or if you follow me at all, I'm a big art collector. It's what got me into the hobby. It's a lot of the times what keeps me reading a certain series just because of the art. On the left is Sway. Yes. This is Trials of Loki from 2021. And on the right, this is something I don't do very often, but I'm going to promote the hell out of another Stores exclusive. We got Unknown that did the one on the right. It's for Thor number 16. Oh, Anthony walked in right that moment. I'm promoting Unknown. Isn't that a cool cover, Delato?
Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah, he says dope. Hot. Holy hell.
What was that? All right,
Good.
Yeah, it's really good. A sweet potato fry. Both of these are my picks. Yeah, I don't know. Sarah, you're my other art fan. Which one would you go with?
It's so interesting with Sway and how very similar he is to Jenny Frison. But I saw the Del Otto a couple of ways, like kind of like the Virgin and some other, I think I saw some other images of it. And I really like that cover. So I'm going to go with the right.
Can I vote on my own pick?
Yeah.
You know, I agree with you. I think that the use of light and even like the sepia tones that he uses a lot is very reminiscent of Frison, reminiscent of Frison. And I'm a huge fan of Del Otto. You guys know that we just did some work with him and he's a great artist, but I would still go left on this one.
Ooh.
Even though, I'm right. I thought I was wrong. So $31 for the 1 in 50. I didn't know it was a 1 in 50. I think the trade's not. There's a trade version of this that's $5 or $6, but the Virgin's the 1 in 50 and the Del Otto is going for $21. So was a close call, especially since the one on the left was bids. You never know if it could be an anomaly.
Well, they both have trades, but you don't like the trade dress usually.
I don't. I'm not a big fan. Aw. See, Britt, Jen and I have our moments too. She knows me so well. All right, this is the last slide of the night. This is kind of fun. Go ahead, Jen.
So this just came out recently. This is, if any of you out there have kids, I mean, with season 2 coming out pretty soon, or you have nieces, nephews, sons, daughters, and they're maybe a little too young for reading other Loki stories, Alligator Loki is that spot that is just an easy, you give it to them, it's an easy read, it's great, it's funny, and there's 3 different covers. Cover A on the left, the middle is of course Scotty Young, and then the one on the right is also very cute.
Yeah, these are awesome. And hey, Britt, can you tell I did the slides because that one comic's falling off the edge there. Yay, Lord did the slides this week. That's why they look good.
Never known.
I looked at it as soon as I came up. I'm like, oh, Britt sees it. I can feel her seeing it in the background. Yeah, these are awesome, you guys. A good way to get kids into reading, get them introduced to the characters so that they can kind of start growing with it the same way we did.
Yeah, I believe these were the digital comics that just got they've been doing that a lot lately with like Jeff the Land Shark and now with Alligator Loki.
Yeah, this is very cute. I love it. And Scotty Young's always fun. So there you go. The Scotty cover, everybody likes it. The one on the right has been done with another character. Really?
Huh.
I think left gives me Dragon's Lair fills. I like that too. The left is clever. Oh, I didn't even notice that it was Wolverine, Thor, and Hawkeye until you said something.
Oh, yeah.
Calvin, it does kind of have a Calvin and Hobbes vibe to it. Yeah, I can see that too. All right, good stuff. Well, that was it for us tonight, guys. We know that you're all probably going to go run and watch Ahsoka, so please do. Thank you for tuning in this week. We will be back on Friday. I believe this will be Lucy's first time bringing back her spooky show. What is it called?
Witching Hour. Witching Hour.
Witching Hour will be premiering on Friday. So Lucy hosts that, and she brings in people that have experienced the paranormal. Perfect for Halloween season. So tune in for that. Tomorrow we also have the review of the Ahsoka show from Team Nerd Herd, and then on Thursday, Long Story Short. So yeah, hang out with us. Thank you guys all for being here. Girls, any last words?
I knew someone was going to say. Okay, so Metal Face. There's over 1,000 comics for Loki.
No Double Trouble? What?
We did 20. Actually, we did more than 20 because there's 3 on 2 slides. So
that's true.
Maybe Loki part 2?
Part 2.
Always part 2, right?
Yeah. We have time. We can do it. Make sure you're following Sarah on Instagram at SheGeek78 and follow Jen too, because she posts annually. Once every year or so, she'll put something up on her IG.
I'll get better about that.
Yes. People would follow you like crazy if you were posting more.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to have our 3rd year anniversary on October 6th.
Yeah.
Ooh, we'll have to do some giveaways. So yeah, that's another thing we have coming up. Make sure you're following Neri Nirvana on Instagram. We'll keep you guys up to date on what we have coming up. But 3 years, you have to turn out and celebrate with us. I'm sure it's going to be a night of giveaways, cocktails, laughing, and who knows what else. Okay, have a good night, guys.
Bye.